Okay, so define defects and why does defect arise. So last lecture में towards the end I told you why defect arises. Okay, what do you mean by defect? Any deviation or a departure from perfectly ordered arrangement of constituent particles in a crystal is called as the imperfection or defects. A real crystal are not perfect. Real crystal means the crystals which exist in nature. We are using. They always contain some faults or imperfection in their crystal structure. The defect arises due to irregularities in the arrangement of constituent particles. Now, how we determine that? To determine that, we are using X-ray diffraction method. We are using what? X-ray diffraction method. And from the X-ray diffraction method, sometime it was observed that there is a interfacial length. If there is a variation in the interfacial length of particular Bravais lattices, we can say there is a defect. The crystalline solids are formed by process of crystallization. Pure crystals are formed, which include the boiling the solution with a constant stirring at low temperature and then cooling. This decreases the kinetic energy of particles and they start depositing to form crystals of substance. The defects arises if the process of crystallization occurs at faster rate. If the crystallization occurs suddenly or there is no slow cooling, immediate cooling, sudden cooling is happening, then in that case it is very difficult to adjust all the particles suddenly. So whatever the positions they have, they occupy that position. So in doing so, sometimes some positions remain vacant, while in some cases there is a addition of some extra particles or atoms in interstitial void, and that disturb the crystal structure. Okay, and that is called as a defect. Understood? How we can minimize the defects? The defects sometimes these defects are purposely made because of that some of the properties of solid are changed. Sometimes refractive index changes, sometimes density changes, sometimes color changes. Okay, so sometimes uh, these are purposely made, but for some solids where we require perfectly crystalline solid, there we can minimize. The defects can be minimized by performing the crystallization process at slowest rate. So slowly you cool down. Due to slow crystallization, so the particles get time to settle themselves. Okay. This help in a regular arrangement of constituent particles and minimize the defect. Understood? Everybody? Okay. So let us understand it from the textbook now. So the ideal crystal with no imperfections are possible only at the absolute zero temperature. Above this temperature, no crystalline material are 100% pure. They contain defect. Whatever be the nature of crystal defect, electrical neutrality of solid is maintained. This is very important. Okay, whatever defect, the electrical neutrality of ionic solids always remain maintained. The charge on that crystal always remain zero. It is important to note that sometimes defects are due to the intentionally created for manipulating the desired properties of crystalline solid. Just now I told you, right? There are three types of defects: point defect, line defect, and plane defect. Okay. I think it must be PLANE, plane defect. This is wrong. Only point defects we are going to discuss over here, because line defects and plane defect is a separate branch of chemistry. Okay, it is something different. मतलब थोड़ा difficult है, थोड़ा detail में है. Point defect. These defects are irregularities produced in the arrangement of basis of lattice points in the crystalline solid. So first point defect आता है, then line defect आता है, and then plane defect आता है. Point defect में क्या है? Irregularities produced in the arrangement on the basis of lattice point, the particles. The arrangement of particles is not fixed. See, when I say it's not fixed, doesn't mean it is random as that of the amorphous solid. In मतलब ऐसा है ना कि let us say this way, there is a batch, मतलब हर एक स्कूल में एक होता है class A division. Now we say class A division is a class of scholar students, but that doesn't mean ना कि सबके सब scholar होंगे, उसमें से कुछ तो डर रहेंगे ना. Same thing, this small defect मतलब somewhere in the crystal there is a random arrangement, there is a change in a arrangement, so that is called as what? Point defect. There are three major classes of point defect. एक है stoichiometric defect, दूसरा है impurity defect और तीसरा है non stoichiometric point defect. Okay, so defects mainly तीन टाइप के हैं. कौन से हैं? Point defect, line defect, plane defect. हम लोग क्या पढ़ने वाले? We are going to discuss point defect. Point defect again तीन क्लास के हैं: stoichiometric point defect, impurity defect and non-stoichiometric point defect. So stoichiometric point defect. Stoichiometry का पहले समझ लो मीनिंग. Stoichiometry का मतलब है the formula of crystalline solid. The formula of crystalline solid does not change. Okay, number of cations is equal to number of anions. मतलब अगर एक्स्ट्रा कटायन अवेलेबल है तो एक्स्ट्रा अनायन भी रहेगा, अगर कटायन वहां पे एब्सेंट है तो अनायन भी वहां पे एब्सेंट है. समझ में आ रहा है? So stoichiometric point defect. Chemical formula of a compound show fixed ratio of number of atoms or number of cations or anions. This fixed ratio is called as stoichiometry of the compound. In a stoichiometric defect, the stoichiometry remains unchanged. In other words, the ratio of number of atoms or number of cations and anions of a compound remain same as represented by its chemical formula. There are four types of stoichiometric defect: vacancy defect, self-interstitial defect, Schottky defect, and Frenkel defect. Other Schottky and Frenkel are part of these defects, but here they mention differently. बहुत सारे बुक्स में उसको एक में ही लिया है. Hmm. So basically, Schottky defect and Frenkel defect are for the ionic crystals, and vacancy defect and semi-interstitial defect are for the elements, basically. Now, let us consider vacancy defect. The name itself suggests वहाँ पे कुछ तो vacant रहेगा. Okay. During crystallization of a solid, a particle is missing from its regular site in the crystal lattice. The missing particle creates a vacancy in the lattice structure. Thus, some of the lattice sites are vacant because of missing particle. The crystal is then said to have a vacancy defect. Now, the vacancy defect can also be developed when the substance is heated. तो ये जैसा है. So when you suppose यहाँ पे अगर मैंने समझो यहाँ पे particles present है. Suppose we have a particle over here. ये देखो यहाँ पे. तो ये हो गया आइडियल क्रिस्टल. But while crystallization or while heating, some of the atoms get displaced. तो जैसे ही वो डिस्प्लेस हो जाएंगे, अभी ये रैंडमली लिया है मैंने, तो यहाँ पे क्या आ गया? वैकेंसी आ गया. Here we have what? A vacancy. So this is called as what? Vacancy defect. इसको क्या बोलते हैं हम लोग? Vacancy defect बोलते हैं. Understood? Due to the absence of particle, see, because यहाँ पे अगर यहाँ पे होता particles होते, then it has a particular mass. Now, when the two particles are removed, the mass is decreased. So अगर mass कम हो गया, तो density भी क्या होगा? कम होगा. समझ में आ रहा है? Okay. So in a vacancy defect, there is a collapsing of particle. There is a collapsing of crystal, and the density of crystal decreases. Understood? Everybody got the point? Vacancy defect. हाँ पहले समझ लो, बाद में हम लोग उसको अलग से लिखेंगे, अलग से अच्छे से. So I can give you a chart. Next one is self-interstitial defect in elemental solid. Now interstitial site मतलब क्या? We have discussed void. It is because it arises because of the packing in a solid. Since we are considering particles as a solid sphere, this arises, है ना? तो उसमें क्या होगा? Sometime some small particle enter into the interstitial void. So instead of अपनी जगह छोड़ देंगे, या sometime the extra particle वो crystal structure में घुस जाते हैं, and those particles will occupy a position between the interstitial site. Okay. Interstitial sites in a crystals are space or void in between the particles at lattice point. When some particles of a crystalline element solid occupy interstitial site in the crystal structure, it is called as self-interstitial defect. Now there are mainly two types of defects. So ये दो तरीके से होगा. First, an extra particle occupy an empty interstitial space in the crystal structure as shown in the figure. This extra particle is same as those already present at the lattice point. So because of the extra point, यहाँ पे क्या हो गया? Volume वही है, mass बढ़ गया. Therefore it is called as what? Therefore इससे क्या होगा? Density बढ़ेगा. Secondly, an elemental solid, a particle gets shifted from its original state. ये जगह छोड़ दिया और वो इधर आ गया. Now here mass is same, volume is same, so density is not changing. Understood? It is interesting to note that this second case, because of displacement of particle, a vacancy defect is created at its original regular lattice site. At the same time, interstitial defect is a result as its new position. तो इसका मतलब यहाँ पे दो डिफेक्ट हैं. यहाँ पे वैकेंसी डिफेक्ट भी आ गया और इंटरस्टिशियल डिफेक्ट भी आ गया. Okay, we can therefore say that that in this defect there is a combination of vacancy defect and self-interstitial defect. Now, whatever यहाँ पे density is not changing because there is no change in mass. So whatever we discussed till now, that is for the elements. मतलब it has the same type of atom present. Clear, everybody? Yes. First क्या था? Vacancy defect. दूसरा क्या था? Self-interstitial defect. ये elements के लिए. Now, if I am talking about for ionic solid, similar defect है, but यहाँ पे ionic solids के बारे में हम लोग बात करेंगे. The first one is Schottky defect. अभी Schottky defect में क्या होता है? In an ionic solid, equal number of cations and anions are missing from their regular position in the crystal lattice. So यहाँ पे क्या था? Same atom था ना, तो इसलिए cation और anion का चार्ज का संबंध है नहीं. Here in a Schottky defect, see यहाँ पे anion होना चाहिए, वो नहीं है. यहाँ पे cation होना चाहिए, is not present. So there is an absence of equal number of cations and anions. Equal number of cations and anions. So Schottky and Frenkel defects are observed in ionic solids. Remember this. In many books, they मतलब मुझे लगता है इसमें भी NCERT के टेक्स्ट बुक में भी ये पहले वाले दो डिफेक्ट नहीं दिए. They directly jump to the Schottky defect. Okay. Actually Schottky defect और vacancy defect सेम ही तो है. Right? So इससे क्या होगा? There is a two holes per ion pair. Okay, one created by missing cation and the other is by missing anion. Such a pair, cation and anion vacancy defect, is called as Schottky defect. Conditions for the formation of Schottky defect. कहाँ पे होता है? Schottky defect is found in an ionic compound with the following characteristics. One, high degree of ionic character. What do you mean by high degree of ionic character? The electronegativity difference between cation and anion is very large. High coordination number of anions. So number of cations surrounded by ions are high. And small size difference between cation and anion. So the radius ratio is not far from unity. Understood? ये important है. What are the consequences? As the number of ions decreases, mass decreases, however volume remains same, therefore density क्या होगा? Decreasing. The number of missing cation and anions is equal. The electrical neutrality of the compound is preserved. है ना, there is no charges develop on the crystal because जितने cation है उतने anion absent. This defect is generally observed in ionic crystals such as NaCl, AgBr, and KCl. Clear? Yes. What are the things you have to remember? What do you mean by Schottky defect? What are the conditions for Schottky defect? And what are the consequences of Schottky defect? Clear हो गया? किसी को कुछ doubt है यहाँ पे? हाँ? Any question? It is given very nicely in a textbook. So इससे मैं textbook refer कर रहा हूँ. हाँ, तुम लोग भी ये पार्ट के लिए textbook ही refer करना. Clear? हाँ. If anybody having any doubt, please ask. चलो, let us go for the Frenkel defect. Frenkel defect arises when an ion of an ionic compound. Again, Frenkel defect is given for ionic compounds. Remember this. अभी ये जो है ना, it is a part of interstitial defect. It is a part of what? Interstitial defect. Frenkel defect arises when an ion of an ionic compound is missing from its regular lattice sign and occupies interstitial position between lattice point. तो वैसे ही था ना उधर, याद करो, interstitial effect भी वही था. It leaves its position, तो वो जगह खाली हो गया और एटम आयन किधर जा रहा है, तो एटम किधर जा रहा है, interstitial void. Okay, the cations are usually smaller than anion. It is therefore more common to find the cations occupying anion नहीं जाएगा, cation जाएगा. Hence, there may be many times there will be cation vacancy. क्या होगा? There will be cation vacancy के chances ज़्यादा. ठीक है? It is important to note that the smaller cation is displaced from its normal side to an interstitial space. It therefore creates a vacancy defect at its original position and interstitial defect in its new position. मतलब Frenkel defect में दोनों है, vacancy defect भी और interstitial defect. Frenkel defect can be regarded as the combination of vacancy defect and interstitial defect. Same we discussed in an interstitial defect, right? Conditions for the formation of Frenkel defect. Frenkel defect occurs in an ionic compound with a large difference in ionic. तभी possible है ना, क्योंकि cation छोटा होना चाहिए, anion बड़ा होगा. तो जितना anion बड़ा रहेगा, उतना void का size बड़ा होगा. अगर void का size बड़ा हो गया, तो उसमें cation जाके बैठ सकता है. Larger the size of the anion, larger will be the size of void, so that in that void cation can easily place or sit. Okay, the ions of ionic compound must be having low coordination number. ये भी जरूरी है. Okay, consequences. As no ions are missing, मतलब जितने cation है उतने उधर ही है, उस क्रिस्टल में ही सब कुछ चल रहा है, right? So the density mass is not changing. The crystal as a whole remain electrically neutral because the equal number of cations and anions are present. Examples: ZnS, AgCl, AgBr, AgI, and CF. I think some mistake is there. ये AgBr यहाँ पे नहीं होना चाहिए. Okay. So NaCl generally वो alkaline अल्कली मेटल हैलाइड्स के जो सॉल्ट है उसमें स्कॉटकी डिफेक्ट है. ये देखो ना, यहाँ पे भी AgBr लिखा है, यहाँ पे भी. सो देयर आर ऐसे मिस्टेक तो बहुत सारे हैं इस बुक में. सो याद रखना, AgBr फ्रेंकल डिफेक्ट दिखाता है, AgBr स्कॉटकी डिफेक्ट नहीं दिखाता. क्लियर हो गया? सो दिस इज वन पार्ट. बराबर, शुरुआत किया था हम लोगों ने डिफेक्ट के लिए, तीन डिफेक्ट पढ़े, पॉइंट डिफेक्ट, लाइन डिफेक्ट एंड प्लेन डिफेक्ट. Point defect में हम लोगों ने क्या पढ़ा था? What we discussed in point defect? Vacancy defect, right? Impurity defect, sorry, stoichiometric defect, impurity defect and non-stoichiometric defect. ठीक है? So stoichiometric defect में what we discussed? Vacancy defect, interstitial defect, Schottky defect and Frenkel defect. Clear everybody? हाँ? ये examples तुम लोग को याद रखना है. Let me check. हाँ, so Schottky defect is shown by NaCl, CSCl, KCl, KBr. मुझे लगता है इंस्टेड ऑफ AgBr वहां पे ना KBr होना चाहिए। हाँ, वो गलत है वो। और फ्रेंकेल डिफेक्ट में ZnS, AgCl, AgBr, AgR and Cl. Don't forget this. Huh? So now impurity defect. The name itself suggests कि वहां पे कोई तो foreign body trap हो गई। So while crystallization, some foreign body is trapped, or sometimes purposely it is added. Okay, इसका best example है alloys. Okay, देखो impurity defects arises when foreign atoms, that is atoms different from the host atoms, are present in the crystal lattice. There are two kinds of impurity defects. One is a substitutional defect and the second one is an interstitial impurity defect. Substitutional, the name itself suggests वहां पे किसी का तो substitution हो, है ना? So in this defect, जो crystalline structure है, atoms are arranged किए हुए हैं, उसमें से एक atom निकल जाता है और वहां पे foreign body आ जाता है, foreign atom आ जाता है. So that is called as what? Substitutional defect. In this defect, the foreign atoms are found at lattice site in the place of host atoms. The regular atoms are displaced from their lattice side by impurity atoms. उसमें solid solutions of metals, that is alloys. जैसे अभी ये देखो, ये पूरा कॉपर का क्रिस्टल है, इसमें हम लोगों ने जिंक, in some places of copper atom, zinc is added, brass, है ना? Okay, next, vacancy through aliovalent impurity. Aliovalent impurity, aliovalent का मतलब foreign, मतलब उसका oxidation state different है from the host ion. Okay, अभी देखो, vacancies are created by the addition of impurities of aliovalent ion. Okay, इसको sometimes we also call it as a doping. हाँ, ये डायग्राम को जरा ध्यान से देखो. Can you see the diagram? देखो, Na plus Cl minus, Na plus Cl minus, Cl minus, ना यहाँ पे देखो Sr2 plus है, strontium, Cl minus, Na plus, Cl minus, यहाँ पे Na plus होना चाहिए, पर अभी यहाँ पे खाली जगह है, Cl minus, Na plus, so total number of chloride ions are same, and total positive charge is also same, मतलब दो Na plus के लिए एक Sr2 plus. For 2 Na plus, we have 1 Sr2 plus. Understood? Okay. So, इसको क्या बोलते हैं हम लोग? Vacancy through aliovalent impurity. Vacancy through aliovalent impurity. Okay. Suppose that a small amount of SrCl, इसके ऊपर के problems भी हैं, हम लोग बाद में पढ़ेंगे. Impurity is added to NaCl during its crystallization. The added Sr2 plus ions occupy some of the regular sites of Na plus host ion. In order to maintain electrical neutrality, every Sr2 plus ions remove two Na plus ions. One of the vacant lattice site created by removal of two Na plus ions is occupied by one Sr2 plus ion. The other site of Na plus remain vacant. Yeah? हाँ, ये किसमें था? Substitutional. So we are substituting Na plus by Sr2 plus. We are substituting Na plus by Sr2. Next one, interstitial impurity defect. In this defect, the impurity atoms occupy interstitial spaces of that. Abhi, how this is different from the interstitial vacancy? Interstitial defect. Interstitial vacancy में और interstitial defect में जो आयन और जो एटम इंटरस्टिशियल वॉइड में जा रहा है is same as that of the crystal structure. While in interstitial impurity defect, interstitial void में foreign body आ रहा है, foreign particle आ रहा है, which is not part of the crystal structure. अंडरस्टूड. एग्जाम्पल है स्टील. सो ये पूरा आयरन का क्रिस्टल है, उसमें कार्बन जाके बैठ गया. अच्छा, इससे क्या होता है मालूम है? इसका स्ट्रेंथ बढ़ता है, बिकॉज ये अभी चारों एटम को पकड़ के रखेगा, ये चारों एटम को पकड़ के रखेगा, ऐसे ये सबको पकड़ के रखेगा स्ट्रॉन्ग. तो इससे स्ट्रेंथ बढ़ता है, स्ट्रेंथ इंक्रीजेस. अंडरस्टूड? हाँ. Now, whatever we discussed till now, if you observe the charge or the ratio of number of atoms, cations और anions रहेगा, वो क्या है? Constant है, same. हाँ? There is no change in number of cations, radius, number of cations to the number of anions. That remain fixed. Here, now we are going to discuss a next type of a defect, that is called the non-stoichiometric defect. क्या है वो? Non-stoichiometric defect. Non-stoichiometric defect arises when the number of atoms of one kind to that of other kind, or the ratio of number of cations or anions is not equal to 1. Okay, it is either greater than 1 or less than 1, and that is indicated by its chemical formula. In short, in this defect, stoichiometry of the compound changes. In this case, stoichiometry of the compound changes. It is important to note that the change in a stoichiometry does not cause any change in crystal structure. Okay, stoichiometry से crystal structure change नहीं होता, collapse नहीं होता. Okay, now there are two types of defect: metal deficiency defect and metal excess defect, और metal deficiency due to anion excess. ऐसे बहुत सारे concept हैं, हम लोग यहाँ पे mainly क्या देखेंगे? This defect is possible only in a compound of metals that show variable oxidation state. I will show you the diagram. अभी ये देखो, Ni2 plus, NiO2 minus, Ni2 plus, O2 minus, Ni2 plus. अभी ये देखो यहाँ पे चार्ज क्या बना है? Ni3 plus है. So nickel shows +2 +3. D and F block पे तुम लोग पढ़ोगे. So basically, these kind of a what we can say that this kind of a this defect is observed in transition metal compound, especially transition metal oxides. Okay, so in some crystals, positive metal ions are missing from their original lattice site. The extra negative charge is balanced by presence of cation of the same metal with a higher oxidation state than that of the missing cation. देखो यहाँ पे क्या होना चाहिए? Na2+ होना चाहिए था, और यहाँ पे वो नहीं है ना. In the compound NiO, Ni2 plus ion is missing, creating a vacancy at its site. This deficiency of two positively charged ions is made up of by presence of two Ni2 plus ions at the other lattice site of Ni2 plus. समझ में आ रहा है? तो बाकी सब जगह पे Ni2 plus है, यहाँ पे Ni2 plus absent है. तो उसके जगह पे क्या आएगा? And that +2 charge is balanced over here. So the composition of NiO then becomes Ni 0.970. Now my question. Okay, question ये है, ये तुम लोगों ने स्टोइकियोमेट्री में कैलकुलेट किया है. So ये कंपाउंड है. So calculate percentage of Ni2 plus and Ni3 plus in this compound. करो. Tell me the answer. कार्तिक तो गड़बड़ है. चलो देखते हैं. तीनों का आंसर अलग अलग आया है. सो मैं Ni2 plus का परसेंटेज x मानता हूं, और Ni3 plus का परसेंटेज इसलिए हो जाएगा 0.97 minus x. बराबर है. Now what is actual charge? इसके ऊपर -2 है, तो इस Ni के ऊपर चार्ज क्या होगा? +2. अच्छा, ये जो +2 चार्ज है, ये +2 चार्ज किसकी वजह से मिला है? Na2+ एंड Na3+। सो मैं कैसे लिखूंगा? 2x, राइट, 2x प्लस 0.97 माइनस x मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 3। तो उससे ना तुम लोग को x का वैल्यू आएगा, जो वैल्यू आएगा वो रहेगा फ्रैक्शन में, मतलब उसको मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 100 करना पड़ेगा, सो दैट वी विल गेट परसेंटेज ऑफ Na2+। बराबर है? ये आ जाएगा फ्रैक्शन ऑफ, ये कितना आ रहा है जरा बता, फ्रैक्शन ऑफ Na2+, दैट इज इक्वल टू, ये कैलकुलेट करो। सो 0.97 माइनस x क्या होगा? फ्रैक्शन ऑफ Na3+, ओके, उसको मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 100 करेंगे तो क्या हो जाएगा? परसेंटेज हो जाएगा। सो प्लीज टेल मी द आंसर। इतना सिंपल था ये प्रॉब्लम। सॉल्व करून बघ ना मानसी। हाँ, सो x इज इक्वल टू 91%, करेक्ट? x इज इक्वल टू 91%। सो Na2+ का परसेंटेज कितना आएगा? 91%। और Na3+ कितना हो जाएगा फिर? 9% हो जाएगा। Everybody got this? कार्तिक, तेरे कैलकुलेशन में कुछ तो बहुत बड़ा झूल था। Okay, so this is not the fraction, this is the amount of Na2+. This is amount of Na2+, here amount of Na3+, correct. So this is, I guess, 0.91 and this is 0.06. So percentage of Na2+ is equal to 0.91 divided by 0.97 multiplied by 100, and percentage of Na3+ is equal to 100 minus percentage of Na2+. That's it. Correct. Okay, everybody has written this part. Yes, followed. So let us go for the next concept now. ठीक है, तो ये क्या था अपना मेटल डेफिशिएंसी डिफेक्ट. नेक्स्ट वन, मेटल एक्सेस डिफेक्ट. नाउ देयर आर टू टाइप्स ऑफ डिफेक्ट्स. मेटल एक्सेस डिफेक्ट में अगेन दो टाइप है. One is the neutral atom or extra positive ion occupies interstitial position. So zinc oxide present in two ways of metal excess defect. In the first case, in a ZnO, that is one neutral Zn atom is present. तो जैसे ये देखो, ये क्रिस्टल स्ट्रक्चर है, उसमें न्यूट्रल Zn2 plus is present. Neutral Zn2. And the second thing is there is the extra Zn2 plus, और उस पूरे क्रिस्टल को न्यूट्रलाइज करने के लिए we should have two electrons. Okay, we should have two electrons. So in this case, मतलब how will you get that? If you heat this, अगर मैंने इसको heat किया, तो this Zn atom loses electron, and these lost electrons are now enter into the interstitial void. अच्छा, उससे क्या होता है? So zinc oxide actually colorless है, white compound. Now because of presence of this electron, the heated, इसको color आ जाता है. Understood? The excess Zn2 plus ions are trapped in the interstitial site in a lattice. The electron also diffuse in the crystal to occupy the interstitial site. In both the cases, non-stoichiometric formula is what? Zn1 plus x, Zn. So when ZnO is heated, it turns yellow and returns back to original white color is because of this one. तो जब मैं इसको हीट करूंगा, बहुत ज्यादा हीट करूंगा, so after some time that white color changes to yellow. And if you cool it down, those electrons again accepted by Zn2 plus. Understood? Yeah. Have you got it? This is because of a metal excess. यहाँ पे देखो metal extra आया, extra metal है. Hence it is called the metal excess defect. Second thing is what? Zinc oxide is becomes good conductor of electricity at high temperature. Why? Because of this free electron. Okay. Next is by anion vacancy. Anion vacancy मतलब metal excess है ना, तो cations अपने जगह पे है, but वहां पे anion नहीं. Okay. This type of a defect impurities imparts color to the colorless crystal. For example, NaCl is heated in an atmosphere of sodium vapor. So sodium atoms are deposited on the crystal surface. So जब crystal surface पे sodium आ गया, तो sodium है ना, तो वो क्या करता है? Electron lose करता है. And so Cl minus ions diffuses to the crystal surface, creating a vacancy in the crystal set. ये देखो, मतलब यहाँ से इलेक्ट्रॉन, क्लोराइड आयन इलेक्ट्रॉन छोड़ देता है. Okay, and electron remain here only. Chlorine diffuses and combined with sodium, so that there is the formation of NaC. So now here there is a existence of what? Free electron. इसको बोलते हैं F center. इसको बोलते हैं F center or color center. Now because of this electron, NaCl becomes colored, yellow color का होगा. Understood everybody? Got the point? So यहाँ पे अपने defects खत्म हो गए. So now you tell me क्या क्या हम लोगों ने पढ़ा अभी तक? What we discuss now? Defects में. So first of all, defects in solid. Right? Defects in solid. So defects in solid में we have a three types. है ना? What are those defects? The first one is point defect, right? Second one is line defect, and the last one is plane defect. Okay. Now, when I say point defect, point defects again divided into three parts. क्या है पॉइंट डिफेक्ट में? फर्स्ट पार्ट स्टोइकोमेट्रिक डिफेक्ट, right? The second one is impurity defect, and the third one is non-stoichiometric defect. ठीक है, non-stoichiometric. Stoichiometric defect further classified into कौन से है? Vacancy, right? दूसरा कौन सा है? Interstitial, तीसरा Schottky, and the fourth one is Frenkel. ठीक है ना? impurity defect में we have क्या देखा था हम लोगों ने impurity defect में? What we discussed? Let us check. Substitutional impurity defect, okay, and interstitial impurity defect, okay. Substitutional impurity defect. दूसरा क्या है? Interstitial impurity defect, right? Then non-stoichiometric defect may be have a metal deficiency defect and metal excess defect, okay. तो इसके बाद में सब क्लास वगैरह है that you can add. क्या है? मेटल डेफिशिएंसी डिफेक्ट, एंड दूसरा है मेटल एक्सेस. ओके, ये लिख लो जरा फटाक से चार्ट. ठीक है. सो solids show a wide range of electrical conductivity. According to solids are classified into three categories: conductors, insulators, and semiconductors. So let me explain you first the principle behind it, about conductivity, about the insulating material, and about the solid. Okay, we know molecular orbital theory, right? So molecular orbital theory to explain conductivity of solids. Let us take example lithium. If I say lithium atom, it has an electronic configuration 1s2, 2s1. So when I talk about Li2, suppose when I Li2 लिखा, then what is the electronic configuration we have? Sigma, याद है ना? 1s2, sigma star 1s2, correct? And sigma 2s2, this way. So if I have to write the, suppose if I say one lithium atom, so it has, so if I'm talking about suppose two lithium atoms, so two lithium atoms, these are the two lithium atoms, this way. Okay, so now we have two molecular orbitals, right? So I'm talking about only this. Now sigma star 2s is vacant orbital, right? So I can write sigma 2s, this one, sigma 2s, and this one is what? Sigma star 2s. Is that clear? So when the electrons are present here, it is called as valence shell, and this is called the conduction band. Now, if I have n number of lithium atoms, so n number means we can write this way, right? So this is called as valence band, where it is valence band which is filled with electrons. Okay, now I'm talking about n number of lithium atoms. So here we have n number of lithium atoms. So ये जो है, this is coming because of why? Bonding molecular orbitals. Okay, this is because of why? Due to filled bonding molecular orbitals. Filled bonding molecular orbitals. Okay. Now above this, now here this is because of why? Sigma star 2s. Okay, this is called as conduction band, which is empty, and it is because of why? Due to vacant anti-bonding molecular orbital. Anti-bonding molecular orbitals. Now, if you observe carefully, there is no gap between valence bond and conduction band. Valence band and conduction band. There is no bond difference. So electron can easily jump over here. Now, since electrons can jump over here, the electrons, we say they are conductive. Lithium is metal. Clear? Understood, everybody? Now, when I talk about insulators, so this explanation is for conductors. Now, when I talk about insulators, then again the same thing. We have, suppose carbon loop, which is a bad conductor of electricity, right? और यहाँ पे आएगा conduction band. Sorry, this is valence band, and this is conduction band. Now there is a large gap between these two. Now since there is a large gap, electron cannot jump over here, and therefore this is the condition case for insulator. What is this? Anti-bonding molecular orbitals. Vacant. These are what? Bonding filled molecular orbitals. Now, in some cases, germanium, silicon, arsenic, antimony, here there is a gap between valence bond and conduction band. At normal, at low temperature, electron cannot cross this gap. But if I start increasing temperature, electron can cross this gap. तो ये इधर आ गए. So इसका मतलब at high temperature, these substances becomes conductors. Hence they are called as what? Semiconductor. Understood? ये principle समझ में आया? Yes. Follow the principle. So let us go for let us read that part. This part is given very nicely in a textbook. Therefore, I am reading this. Okay. So वो दोनों चीजें तुम लोग को लिख लेना किधर. Notes तो मैंने तुम लोग को दिए ही हैं. So you can follow that. Solids have an electrical conductivity in the range of 10 raised to 4 to 10 raised to 7 ohm inverse meter inverse are called as conductors. Metals and electrolytes are examples of electrical conductors. Metals conduct electricity by movement of electrons, while electrolytes conduct electricity by movement of ions. So metal conductivity यहाँ पे पढ़ रहे हैं. Electrical conductivity, there is one chapter called as electrochemistry. उसको हम लोग पढ़ेंगे. Okay. Insulators, solids have a low electrical conductivity in the range of 10 raised to minus 20 to 10 raised to minus 10 ohm inverse meter inverse. Most non-metals and molecular solids belong to this category. Solids having electrical conductivity in the range of 10 raised to minus 6 to 10 raised to 4 ohm inverse meter inverse are semiconductors. This range is intermediate between conductors and insulators. Metalloids like silicon, germanium belongs to this category. Now this is a bond theory which I explained you just now. Okay, मैं सिर्फ read करूँगा इसको. Okay, अगर बीच-बीच में जरूरत रहेगा, I will put the जो मैंने explain किया just they are written over. Electrical conductivity of metals, non-metals and metalloids are explained in terms of band theory. मैंने बताया था ना band theory. A band is made up of closely spaced electronic energy level. So यहाँ पे basically you know अगर तुम लोग को पता रहेगा ये जो होता है ना ये था energy, potential energy बोलते हैं हम लोग. So this portion ये जो है ना यहाँ पे this one is what? Energy. So there is no energy gap. Here there is a large energy gap, intermediate energy gap. Okay. A band is made of closely spaced electronic energy level. Band formations can be correlated to the formation of molecular orbitals. Okay. According to the molecular orbital theory, interaction of atomic orbitals of combining atoms result in a formation of equal number of molecular orbitals, which are spread over the entire molecule. Similar to this, interaction of energy levels of electrons in the closely spaced constituent atoms in a solid result in a formation of bands. Band theory considers formation of two types of bands, namely conduction band and valence band. Conduction band highest energy. देखो energy ज़्यादा है कि नहीं? This is the highest energy. Highest energy. High energy. है ना? Highest energy, it is formed by interaction of the outermost energy levels of closely spaced atoms in a solid. Conduction band may be partially occupied or vacant. So उसमें कम electrons रहेंगे. Most of the time we consider it is vacant. Electrons in a conduction band are mobile and delocalized over the entire solid. They conduct electricity when an electrical potential is applied. The band, valence band, the band having a lower energy than conduction band is called as the valence band. The electrons in a valence band are not free to move because they are tightly bound to the respective nuclei. Band gap. The energy difference between the valence band and conduction band is called as a band gap. It is also called the forbidden zone. Size of the band gap decide whether electrons from valence band can be promoted to the vacant conduction band or not. When the band gap is too large to promote electrons from valence band to vacant conduction band by thermal energy. It is called as a forbidden zone. Okay, when this band is gap is small, electrons from higher energy level in a valence band can be promoted to the conduction band by absorption energy, thermal, electromagnetic, electricity, etc. The electrical properties of metallic conductor, insulators and semiconductors are explained in terms of band theory. तो just now जो मैंने explain किया वो सब यहाँ पे explain किया, ये देखो, ये s orbital, p orbital. So there is overlapping of valence band and conduction band. Okay, there is a gap between forbidden gap between valence band and empty. Or semiconductor में that gap is very small. Here, समझ में आया? Now, so I'm now semiconductors. वो तुम लोग पढ़ लेना चीजें जो मैंने एक्सप्लेन किया वही वहां पे एक्सप्लेन किया गया. At a temperature above absolute zero, a few elements in a valence band have enough thermal energy to jump through the small band gap and occupy higher energy conduction band. The conduction band thus becomes partially filled and the valence band becomes partially empty. The electrons in a conduction band are free to move when electrical potential is applied to the semiconductor. It conducts small amount of electricity. Such a pure semiconductor material which has a very low but finite electrical conductivity is called as an intrinsic semiconductor. Okay, please write down this definition. Intrinsic semiconductor का definition लिखो. So semiconductors which conduct electricity by their own at a high temperature called the intrinsic semiconductor. ओके, तो जैसे जैसे टेम्परेचर बढ़ेगा उनका कंडक्टिविटी भी क्या होगा, बढ़ेगा. ओके, देखा? गुड. नाउ इन सम केसेस we can increase their conductivity because many time we cannot increase the temperature. Sometime the some of the cases we cannot use a high temperature. But how can we increase the conductivity of the semiconductor material? So we can add some foreign material. So when we add foreign material, it is called as doping. So क्या बोलते हैं हम लोग? Doping. So conductivity increases because of addition of impurities called as extrinsic semiconductors. Okay, ये लिख लो definition extrinsic semiconductors. अभी इसके बारे में तुम लोग डिटेल में फिजिक्स में पढ़ने वाले, वो कैसे होता है. ओके, देयर इज वन चैप्टर सेमीकंडक्टर्स इन फिजिक्स, उसमें ये तुम लोग डिटेल में पढ़ो. सो देयर आर टू टाइप्स ऑफ एक्सट्रिंसिक सेमीकंडक्टर्स, एन टाइप एंड पी टाइप. एन टाइप इज बिकॉज ऑफ एक्स्ट्रा इलेक्ट्रॉन. मतलब ऐसे बोला जाता है कि अगर तुम लोग जनरली ग्रुप 14 वाले ही एलिमेंट्स है, सो अगर ग्रुप 15 का मैंने एलिमेंट ऐड किया, ग्रुप 15 का एलिमेंट अगर मैंने ऐड किया तो ग्रुप 15 में एक्स्ट्रा इलेक्ट्रॉन है ना, तो जब मैं इसमें ऐड करूंगा तो एन टाइप ऑफ सेमीकंडक्टर. और पी टाइप मतलब पॉजिटिव, मतलब लेस इलेक्ट्रॉन. तो जब मैं पी टाइप मतलब ग्रुप 13 का एलिमेंट ऐड करूंगा तो वो क्या होता है, पी टाइप सेमीकंडक्टर. जस्ट रिमेंबर दिस थिंग. एन टाइप ऑफ सेमीकंडक्टर arises because of addition of group 15 और p type of semiconductor arises because of addition of group 13 elements. Understood? Yes, n type is because of electron rich element, p type means because of electron deficient. हाँ, ये तुम लोग डिटेल में फिजिक्स में पढ़ोगे. अगर तुम लोग को एग्जाम में पूछा गया, यू कैन ऐड वो फिजिक्स वाला कंसेप्ट भी यहाँ पे लिख सकते हो. यहाँ पे कुछ मतलब कंट्रोवर्शियल या अपोजिट चीजें नहीं है. ओके, कॉन्वर्स चीजें यहाँ पे नहीं है. सो यू कैन पुट दोस थिंग. तो वो डिटेल में वहां पे तुम लोग पढ़ा. आई थिंक इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स पीपल हैव ऑलरेडी डन दिस पार्ट. जिनको इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स है उन्होंने वो किया है. ठीक है, समझ में? मतलब वो क्या करते हैं, अगर पी टाइप ऑफ सेमीकंडक्टर मैंने ऐड किया ना तो ये गैप वो कम करते हैं, ये गैप कम होता है. दैट्स इट. क्या एन टाइप पी टाइप सेमीकंडक्टर समझ में आया? ओके, नाउ लेट अस गो फॉर द नेक्स्ट पार्ट, दैट इज मैग्नेटिक प्रॉपर्टीज. ये भी तुम लोग फिजिक्स में पढ़ने वाले हो. Magnetic properties of solid can be understood easily in terms of classical picture of electrons. The electrons spin about their own axis. I think you must have studied all this part, so it's kind of a revision. The spinning electron act like a tiny magnet because their spinning action generates induced magnetic field. If an orbital contains one electron, the unbalanced spin exhibits magnetism. However, अगर वो paired है तो एक इलेक्ट्रॉन दूसरा जो अपोजिट स्पिन इलेक्ट्रॉन है उसका स्पिन क्या कर देता है, कैंसिल कर देता है. ओके, सो नाउ इट इज इसका डाइपोल मोमेंट क्या हो गया फिर, जीरो. सो इट इज मेनली क्लासिफाइड इनटू डायमैग्नेटिक, पैरामैग्नेटिक एंड फेरोमैग्नेटिक. डायमैग्नेटिक, पैरामैग्नेटिक एंड फेरोमैग्नेटिक. और भी है फेरीमैग्नेटिज्म, एंटी फेरोमैग्नेटिज्म, एंटी फेरीमैग्नेटिज्म, बट दैट इज नॉट, मतलब वो स्पेशल क्लास है. They are not considered as a classified part. Okay. So diamagnetic solids क्या होता है? Substance, if I keep in an external magnetic field, it is weakly repelled. ना ऐसा क्यों होता है? ये पहले समझ लेते हैं. They have all paired electrons. They have all paired electrons. Okay. So when we keep in an external magnetic field, try to understand this now. ये तीनों चीजें मैं तुम लोग को explain करता हूँ. You must have studied this in a physics also. Now see here. When I talk about, suppose मैं बोलता हूँ diamagnetic substance. Diamagnetic substance, paramagnetic substance, and ferromagnetic substance. Okay. So यहाँ पे इलेक्ट्रॉन्स कैसे हैं? ये एक इलेक्ट्रॉन है, उसका पेयर्ड इलेक्ट्रॉन यहाँ पर है. ये दूसरा इलेक्ट्रॉन है, इसका पेयर्ड इलेक्ट्रॉन इधर है. So we have all paired electrons. So this I am talking about a crystal structure. So there are many such paired electrons. Paired electrons मतलब वो एक दूसरे का spin cancel कर रहे हैं, magnetic moment cancel कर रहे हैं. समझ में आ रहा है? When such substance is kept in an external magnetic field. अगर मैंने इसको external magnetic field ये हो गया, इसको मुझे लगता है B बोलते हैं ना, B. Then what will happen? क्योंकि इसका magnetic moment zero है. Okay, और जब मैंने एक्सटर्नल मैग्नेटिक फील्ड में रखा, what will happen? All these align in such a way that कि ये इस मैग्नेटिक फील्ड को अपोज करेंगे. Okay, so they get, मतलब some of the ions, some of the electrons align themselves opposite to this external magnetic field. So here they are weakly repelled. They are weakly repelled. Okay, diamagnetic substance. केमिस्ट्री में तो एटलीस्ट हम लोग कैसे आइडेंटिफाई करेंगे? Containing paired electrons. Containing paired electrons. अभी ये देखो, ये है पैरामैग्नेटिक सब्सटेंस. So the electrons are randomly arranged. तो जैसे मैं इसको एक्सटर्नल मैग्नेटिक फील्ड में रखूंगा, all these align themselves along the external magnetic field. That means they get weakly attracted. क्या होगा? Weakly attracted. And it is because of why? Presence of unpaired electrons. Presence of unpaired electrons. Understood? फेरोमैग्नेटिक सर, ये क्लियर हो गया. पैरामैग्नेटिक, हाँ, आगे जाके जब तुम लोग डी ब्लॉक और एफ ब्लॉक कोऑर्डिनेशन कंपाउंड्स पढ़ोगे तो ये बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट, ये दो चीजें बहुत ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट. तो उसको केमिस्ट्री में हम लोग आइडेंटिफाई कैसे करेंगे? मैग्नेटिक मतलब पैरामैग्नेटिक सब्सटेंस है तो उसमें अनपेयर्ड इलेक्ट्रॉन्स है क्या देखने का, और अगर डायमैग्नेटिक सब्सटेंस है तो उसमें पेयर्ड इलेक्ट्रॉन्स है क्या वो देखने का। अंडरस्टूड ना? फेरोमैग्नेटिक सब्सटेंस, ferromagnetic substance is actually an enhanced class of magnetism. मतलब इसमें ना क्या होता है मालूम है, ऐसे कॉलोनीज होती है जिसमें ऑल इलेक्ट्रॉन्स आर मतलब पेयर्ड अनपेयर्ड जो भी कुछ है, बट इनका एक पर्टिकुलर मैग्नेटिक मोमेंट होता है. सो दिस कॉलोनी वी कॉल इट एज अ डोमेन. तो ऐसे बहुत सारे डोमेन्स होते हैं इसमें which has a particular magnetic moment. Particular. ऐसे होगा like this. When I kept this in external magnetic field, many of them align themselves along the external magnet. Therefore, they are strongly attracted in external magnet. Strongly attracted. Okay. Again, this is also due to presence of unpaired electrons, but a group of unpaired electrons. It is due to a group of unpaired electrons. Especially the elements like Fe, CO and Ni. Ferromagnetic. क्लियर हो गया? ठीक है. तो इसमें और कुछ चीजें हैं जो मैं ऐड करना चाहता हूँ. आई वांट टू ऐड ओवर हियर, सो ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड दिस. जैसे ये एक एग्जांपल देखो, स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ डायमंड. स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ डायमंड. Solids which follow structure of diamond known as a diamond cubic. Diamond has CCP structure where carbon atoms are present at the corner and face center with four more atoms present at the alternate tetrahedral void or 50% tetrahedral void. So number of effective atoms is Z 8 into 1 by 8 face center बना दिया plus tetrahedral void. So total 8 atoms. The carbon atoms present in tetrahedral void touches in 4 surrounding atoms. So coordination number is equal to 4. The carbon atom at face center lattice do not touches atoms at all. Distance between two adjacent atoms is 2r. तो ये कैलकुलेशन है इसका. तो इसमें मैग्नेटिक प्रॉपर्टीज में और दो तीन उन्होंने दिए हैं. To add that. That's it. ये देखो. When there is a spontaneous alignment of magnetic moment of a domain in same direction, they become a ferromagnetic substance. If magnetic moment are aligned in a compensatory way so that they all cancel each other and net magnetic moment becomes zero, it is called the anti-ferromagnetic substance. Manganese oxide. When magnetic moment of a domains are aligned in a parallel and anti-parallel direction, in unequal numbers, it results in some net magnetic moment. These are ferrimagnetic substances. These are weakly attracted by magnetic field. So ये कुछ additional point जो यहाँ पे दिए गए. ठीक है. So यहाँ पे अपना theory point खत्म हो गया. Theory खत्म हो गया. Next lecture में we'll solve these solved examples. ठीक है. Anybody having any doubt?